Ashman and the hizzy. Hopefully we get a connection. There he is. Are you able to hear me, buddy?
Yeah, I can hear you.
It is absolutely storming at my house. So if things go sideways, if Chad jumps in here, he'll be the backup plan.
Okay, man.
We'll go to his place. Henry here says it's 50-50 whether we're going to make it or not. He is not happy with the situation.
Yeah, I get it.
How are you, brother?
Good, dude. I was just in it. Some guy was getting interviewed. I don't know, and hung out there for a bit. He did okay.
It was kind of you to show up. It was kind of you to show up, man. I know you're a busy dude, man. So thank you.
I was hanging out, and I was like, "Why isn't that showing live?" And I was like, and then I flipped in, and it's like you were up. I was like, "All right." So it didn't show live for a minute, but yeah.
He had some technical difficulties. I think it was like 10 or 15 minutes, a little late getting started, just because he had some stuff. TikTok be TikToking sometimes. There's Haley. Yep. Haley's here. Let's see if we can get. There's a Haley. There's a Haley Dot. Thank you, everybody. Good to see you. Thank you. Look, there she is. There's Haley Dot.
I think I just saw her too not long ago.
Yeah. She come and hang out with
us. Roll is on his way.
Okay, Roll's on his way.
Life, so.
There's Chad. Good to see you, Haley. Thank you for the kind words. I appreciate you coming up.
You're welcome.
On Jay Shine's interview.
Uno momento.
Can we get a mic check on our brother Chad Rev Art?
Yo, mic check. 1 2 1 2.
There he is. One of the founding members of NWA himself.
Yo. We can go toe to toe.
Did you get it?
Take it away, Haley Beth. You got it.
Hi, welcome to the Ginn Project Show. My name is Haley Beth, owner of Haley Dot. I'm a diamond dot artist. I have a show every Friday night at 6:00 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Tonight's highlighted guest is Rose Garden, and tonight's featured guest is Eve's Artistry.
Boo! I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
I'm not following. I think something's wrong.
What could possibly be wrong?
This is gonna be.
Oh no! Oh! Haley knocked down.
Haley down.
We need a medic. Is there a medic in the house?
Uh-oh. Paging Dr. Lingus. Paging Dr. Lingus. Is there a doctor in the house?
Dot down.
I already did mine. So Hey, I think I'm about to
About to go to the basement? Are you about to go wreak some havoc in the basement?
Yeah.
All right. Well, Haley Beth is fired up for the show today. Thank you, Haley Beth. It is good to see you. Don't forget, Haley Beth has a show on Friday nights at 6 p.m. Eastern Time. You can usually catch most of us knuckleheads there. If you get in trouble, she'll...
Because Ashman's too busy for Haley Dot.
He's pretty busy. You might find yourself in the basement with Ashman if you're not careful, ladies and gentlemen. Friday night, 6
Okay.
p.m. Eastern time. Haley, thank you so much. We appreciate you, sis.
Bye, guys. I'll see you guys on Friday.
Yes, ma'am. 6 p.m. Eastern time. Haley Dot Show. She'll be roaming
Shots
around
fired.
down in the chat, so y'all don't get in trouble or she'll put you in the basement. Fellas, thank you for joining us tonight, man. It is so good to see you. I also want to thank y'all for coming to the interview earlier. That was very kind of you. Y'all are amazing. So thank you. Thank you to everybody in the chat. Thank you, Haley, for showing up. Kira, thank you for being here. Always good to see you. Enigma, Mama T, Laura Jane, Johnny Ray, next week's guest. Kim, good to see you, Flutterby. Thank you for stopping in. Bob Not So Ross, appreciate you, brother. Thank you, everybody, for coming in tonight. We've got Rule Gardens that's going to come in and give us a little bonsai action. And then we've got Eve's Artistry. I have some notes here from the first time that we interviewed Eve. We know Eve pretty well. She's a friend of ours. We're having her on again as a repeat offender because she's got some pretty cool stuff happening. Eve has put in a lot of hard work. But Chad, is there anybody that's in the chat at this particular moment, in fact? Are there any whimsical little birds out there that may be contributing to some artists out there who are upping their game?
Yes, there is.
Should
Maybe
you
a
say it
shout out?
publicly?
I'll say it. Don't make me say it. I'm going to say it. If you don't want me to say something, you better say something because I'm going to say something, and here it goes. A big shout out to Kira Wilson Art. Y'all may not see it, but behind the scenes, she helps so many people in this community. Ginn and I were just talking about it, and we believe, thank you, Kira. We believe that you definitely needed some mad love and respect for that. Y'all, she works behind the scenes a lot, helping a lot of people. So, y'all just make sure you give Kira lots of love.
Yes. Ash, do you have any thoughts on Kira Wilson? I know that y'all are at odds, but could you find it in your
I'm at
heart
odds
to
with
say
a lot of people, according to you? I'm just like this.
he's a monster?
Can't stand
He's
it.
a monster.
Can't stand it.
Ash loves everybody. That's the
People
funny
doing
play,
good
right?
things,
Ash is this good-hearted dude, and we always are like, he don't like anybody.
Kira, I didn't even,
You're awesome, Kira.
I didn't even know you were having a day. But now that we know you're having a day, guys, listen. I know there's got to be birds in your emojis. So put the whimsical birds. Let's just fill the chat up. There's 76 of you guys. 79.
Whimsical birdies.
My apologies.
Any kind of birdies.
Let's put all the birds out. Kira, shh. Don't bad my ripple. I don't even know what that's supposed to mean. Just don't do it. There we go, right there. Right there, look. We're going to get all the birds for Kira.
Yes, thank y'all. Y'all are amazing. Thank y'all.
Look at that.
Y'all.
Nice.
All the birds. That's right. Kira may have
Folks,
wanted something completely different, but, Ginn asked me, so here I am, giving Kira the bird.
Yes, we just wanted to give Kira the bird. Thank y'all for helping us give Kira the bird. We appreciate that.
Yes.
But I just spent a little while over on Jay Sean's show. They were so gracious. Jay Sean's and Pamela Walsh Arts. They were so kind. And thank many of you for being over there. That was just a really kind thing for y'all to do. So I very much appreciate that. Thank you to Jay Sean's. If you're not familiar with Jay Sean's radio, go over there and check them out. Many of y'all that follow us know that every once in a while we give away something. And a lot of times that something is from Pamela Walsh Art. So,
Yes.
Bob Not So Ross has been on the show, buddy. He has had a show. You can catch it over on the YouTubes. He's been on. Not to say he won't be on again, but he has in fact been on. So I appreciate you, gentlemen. It was very kind of y'all. I know that y'all are very busy to take your time to show up. That was an extra couple hours out of your day. I appreciate you, fellas.
All I can say is the check had better clear, because Ash and I both said kind words that were bitter to the tongue.
They did. I had to dig
check
up
better
another
clear.
mason jar.
Mason jar.
Got me
Nice.
nervous. Saw me turn red.
And more red.
We have an amazing community we get to be a part of on here. And hey, Mark, and you know, we got to talk about some of the stuff a little bit tonight as far as what binds us all together, what all, you know, the kind of things that we're all into. Chad Rev Art has a whole bunch of stuff going on in his life. If you want to catch him on a live, you need to turn your notifications on, because he doesn't have a schedule, so to speak.
Free roaming vapor.
He's a free roaming vapor. I appreciate everybody showing up tonight, because the guest we are having on tonight, I received a phone call from the Intergalactic Council. And it was made very clear to me that if I wanted to continue to have Ashman on the show and Chad Rev Art on the show, and if I wanted to exist on Earth, that we needed to have Eve's Artistry on tonight. The threat that was made was that Ashman is going to be sent to some place they call Purgatory. That can't be good. And Chad Rev Art was going to be sent back to his original planet where he's actually wanted. He is like a revolutionary on his planet. He is one trying to bring, you know, peace and freedom and those kind of things, and they don't like him for it. So I was very anxious about that. There were also some things said about our MC, and we definitely didn't want her to get sent to Diamond Dot World. So we're gonna have Eve on tonight. I know y'all are sick of Eve and that y'all don't care for Eve, but we're gonna have her on tonight. You got any thoughts on that, gentlemen?
No.
I'm a cowboy.
No.
Pass.
I saw her in here already, so hello.
Pass.
What's up, Bob?
Definitely.
Hey,
pass.
Rule,
I
if
mean,
you're in
whenever
here,
you're-
raise your hand for me. Hey, FNA, good to see you.
Whenever you're ready, I'll let her out. But until then, I've got it cinched down. Got it cinched
Right
down
now-
pretty tight.
Right now, she's not able to defend herself. She is doing her own show, so we now have the opportunity to go ahead and say a bunch of mess. But so we got Eve's Artistry coming on tonight. We're going to talk a little bit about what Ashman's got going on, what a little bit about Chad Rev Art's got going on. We know Eve won't mind if we miss our time by just a little bit. I put a post up this week, me hugging this little fella right here, and so glad to have him with us. I have a lot of respect for this man, and I've met him in person sometimes. We live not too far from each other. And this is one of the folks in the community I look up to, man. The way he treats people, the fact that he works on bonsai trees, that's a long-term thing. You got to be thinking years down the road. So he's a big-time thinker, a long-term thinker, and one of the most compassionate people I've ever met. So I'm honored to call him my friend. I'm stoked every time he'll come on the show. He's the most requested highlight artist for the Ginn Project, which is why y'all get heavy doses of Real Garden. So we're about to have rules for a couple minutes here. But first, I thought maybe Chad or Ash might have something to say to Rule before he gets started.
Ashman?
I don't know. You know, Dr. Lingus calls you the big one, but damn, dude. That guy's huge.
He's like
Lingus has
6'8".
been everywhere, but
Yeah, he's
he
like-
apparently has not met. You're right.
Maybe 6'10". I don't know. He might be almost 7 foot.
Yeah, that photo you put out the other day, and I was like,
Yeah.
6'13".
I'm
That-
6
that
foot
is
tall,
good.
and I had a hat on, which makes me even taller.
I'm just shy of 5'10". I don't want to meet him. I'm going to look like.
It'll be a crotch shot for you. It's going to be a crotch shot. It's going to be like you're talking to Shaq.
Man.
Oh, Rule, I don't know what's worse. Like, I'm confused. I don't know, like, is it that everybody wants you to keep coming back? We keep asking you to come back, or you actually keep coming back?
Keep coming back,
Like,
man. You know.
brother. For real, though. It's good to have you back, man.
Hey,
No
you
doubt.
too. Good to
He's
see you
awesome.
too, man. I hadn't seen you around as much lately. It's good to see your face, man. Good to see everybody. Appreciate everybody coming over and hanging out.
Good to see you, brother. I
Nice
have
greenery.
our most recent edition.
Ah, nice.
It's still green.
Yeah. That's
It's a Makawa Yatsubusa,
yeah.
Are we
Macaulay.
starting,
something
are we
like
starting
that.
the poll now?
So I've got a new little project coming up. It's a nice little juniper.
I'm gonna try to
Ooh.
expand him, y'all. We're gonna see what happens here.
Yeah, I mean, you know, when it comes to bonsai, I like to kind of remind people just how basic you can start with it, man. And find a nice little. I picked this thing up for like $7-8 there. Little juniper, got a nice trunk shape on it. Cool little plant, man.
God, guys, I think the aliens came and got Ginn already.
Yeah, you got snagged
We're just
up.
we're just now getting started.
I like it. I like it.
Oh,
Here's my
look at
juniper.
that.
Look at that.
This isn't the one that you gave me, obviously. It's on the front porch in the nursery, still alive but looking rough. But I also got a little juniper.
Nice. Very, very.
Anyway, Johnny wants to know if it smells good.
Yeah, the junipers actually do smell good. I've got a couple of different ones here.
Ooh,
And yes, Johnny, Rule smells good too. I've met him a couple times. He smells like, I don't know, maple and lilac.
I got to scrub up real well before I meet you. You sniff everybody.
he's a sniffer. He is a sniffer.
Yeah, man. So you guys are having Eve on this evening
Yep.
by authority of the council, huh?
Yeah, they said that. Yeah, they made some pretty significant threats if we didn't have her on. So,
I'm not going back to purgatory. Can't make me.
No.
we figured we could deal with her for an hour and a half. You know, man, the one with the skull in it is super cool too. And
Yeah.
what is this piece of wood behind it with the hollow center? I'm liking that.
Yeah, this was a piece of a large tree that I had to cut down during the hurricane to get some people out of this neighborhood. But
That's cool.
yeah, when I cut the tree down, it had that hollow piece in the middle. I was like, man, I'm gonna save myself a piece of that.
That's cool.
That's very cool. It's very cool. So
Yeah,
tell,
I hadn't been doing many like bonsai projects, but I'm about to get back into it. Starting to get a little bit further into the year.
well, another reason I wanted to have you on is in case anybody was interested. You also work for a place that ships trees, bonsai trees. So we were at some point when you were on, hey SA, we were talking about you know, it was going to have to be a local thing for people to get your bonsai trees because you know, it was difficult to ship them. However, if they would like to do their own bonsai trees, if I understand correctly, you now are working at a place that can make that happen.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I started kind of a new. Well, I started again in a new chapter in my life. Went to work for MrMaple.com. They're an online retail nursery. They do big things, man. They specialize in kind of the out of the ordinary ornamental plants. So you got all your Japanese maple varieties, any flowering trees like dogwoods, redbud, uh, any kind of ornamental plant that you can think for your garden, shrubs, azaleas, conifers. And so it's a big operation and really cool to be a part of it.
Take us through that a little bit if you don't mind, man. Like, say I actually was fortunate enough. I got to go meet you in person, wander around, pick out a tree, go to the big guy, the big guy's big guy, Ash, uh, and ask him, hey, what is this cool? I kind of like this, blah blah blah. So if folks wanted to, is there like an online pictures they could look at or a website or?
Yeah, it's a really easy process. Many years ago, I used to, when I first got into plants, like really getting into collecting plants, I realized that, your local nurseries can only supply you, a certain amount of variety. And then so you kind of start to look in other places. And that's what's cool about MrMaple.com. It's an online website. You just literally go online, go to MrMaple.com and search for Japanese maple or search for conifer. And, they've got thousands and thousands of different varieties. I mean, the one that you're looking at here in front of you, I purchased this tree from Mr. Maple. This is a Don Redwood tree. It's a dwarf Don Redwood called Northlight. A really nice small dwarf Don Redwood tree. I mean, this looks great, like planted in your landscape, or you can do, cool things like bonsai with it. But very versatile. The Don Redwoods are like a prehistoric tree. They thought that these were a lost tree for a long time, but they're finally back into production.
Oh, wow.
In the nursery. So really cool. Don Redwoods are amazing. They have several cool varieties like this. Some are variegated, some are yellow, there's a lot of cool forms of this tree.
That's awesome. Beautiful, man. I love that.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, and that's what's really great about kind of this new, I've definitely been kind of a new sense of excitement about the opportunities. The nursery's growing. We're trying to really expand into even more variety of plants. And so it's a cool thing to be a part of.
Man, I got to tell you, when my wife and I went over to visit the event y'all had, they do I think it's quarterly event that's open to the public, and you can go walk through the greenhouses, and that's how I got the little plant I got here. But we kept asking, where Rule is. Of course, that's not his actual name. We were asking for his name, and the staff. Every person. Now, this is a big facility with what are those? I don't know, 50-foot long greenhouses. However long they're long.
Some of them are around 50, some around 80. Yeah,
big long greenhouses, and there's lots of them. And so we're wandering around, and every time we asked an employee of that place, and there were a bunch of people running around with shirts on for Mr. Maple, about Rule. They got a big smile on their face, and the first words out of their mouth were, I love him. Like every one of them, it was consistent. And that says a lot about that dude. He is their manager. He is in charge of their day-to-day, and they love him. And that speaks to his lot. And that speaks, yes. And I very seldom in my life have I had that experience where I went somewhere where somebody worked, and every person that I ran into got a big smile on their face and was like, I love that guy. So credit to you, sir. I think that your addition to that place is nothing but positive for them. He was humble earlier. I'm going to go ahead and brag on him a little bit because he helped get this place established originally, and then went and worked another job because he had, he's got people to take care of. And opportunities being what they were, he was able to go back to a place that he enjoyed working, and now he's a boss. So
Mouse.
congratulations on that, man. Those
Thank
people
you.
love you, dude.
Dude, I appreciate that, man. I take my passion and everything that I stand for. I hold it to a high esteem, and every day I pursue it 100 miles an hour, bro. So like I'm kind of a crazy hyper personality outside of this kind of calm bonsai world that I live in. So it's like,
Yeah, man.
it's a cool spot to be in, to be surrounded by plants every day and really amazing people. So, and that's the thing about like what's cool about having access to plants. I mean, when you think about at just a click of a button, man, this tree can be shipped and mailed to you anywhere you're at in America. And then you could start this journey of doing something like this with it and creating, an amazing art form with living plants. I mean, there's so many endless possibilities of what you can do with it, and create a gardenscape in your backyard. It's a lot of fun. I think it's a cool way for people to get connected back to the earth and give back a little bit. I think it's a big thing. I don't think enough people plant trees in their life. A lot of people may go their whole life and never plant a tree. And that's a sad situation. But I always say that the best time to plant a tree was 50 years ago. The second best time is today. So like plant a tree, buy a tree, make the world around you a little bit more beautiful, and it kind of lessens the the scar of our existence with it. So
The man is telling the truth. And here's Rule and I have had a chance to talk a little bit about this. We moved up here to Western North Carolina 18 years ago, and when we got this house, it was just the property had just been filled in with river fill. And so there were no trees on it except for on the very back border of the property. It was just a stark piece of land. And my wife and I planted maple trees and oak trees and crabapple trees and redbud trees and magnolias and pin oaks and scarlet oaks. And now, all these years later, I work out under the shade of trees that I planted and my wife and I planted. And it's such a cool feeling. And the other thing that happened over these past 18 years is the local wildlife that stays right around our area, as far as all the different kinds of birds and all different critters, raccoons and possums and skunks and squirrels, chipmunk, the whole gamut of them come or stay here now. And it's amazing, man. And all it was just planting some trees on the property. Hey, Barbara.
Yeah, absolutely, man. It's cool to be a part of something like that and to watch things grow and change in your lifetime. I mean, I've been into plants now for going on like 15 years, really heavy into plants, and I can think back about trees that I've planted, 15 years ago. It's pretty amazing. And how they look now is just absolutely astonishing, how big they can get, how different size and shape and color. It's amazing, man.
Yes. And dude, I love what you do in terms of you do it in the miniature, man, so you can have it in a pot, which I just think is great. Amanda Talk, thank you for stopping through. It's good to see you. Rule, look, man, if somebody wants to get started, and you're going to be as long as you're willing to come back, we're going to have you back. If people order a maple tree, you're going to be making reoccurring appearances on here. Absolutely. We'll be able to help walk them through how to take care of it, how to maintain it. So if you ever had that thought or the idea that this might be something you'd like to do, Rule, if somebody wanted to do this, they could go to, if they just wanted to start, they could go to their local box store. I'm not encouraging you to do that. I'm just saying if that's your option, that's your option. And I got this from somewhere like that,
Yeah.
relatively inexpensively. And this is a little bit of an upgrade. This I got at your place, Rule, which is an amazing piece. But if someone wanted to get started, how much would do? Like someone that had a really small budget that still wanted to kind of do a bonsai tree, what could they get started with? How much would it cost them? Hey, Jeff. Hey, Aaron.
I would say kind of the starting point is probably around $50 to $60 on, just a small basic bonsai, just because you got to think about what soil you're going to use. It does take a kind of a list of supplies. You got to think about, what kind of pot you're going to be planting it in. This is actually a wooden pot that was made by Victor.
That's gorgeous.
This thing is absolutely amazing. He put some holes in here for my wire, for my bonsai wire. Got drainage holes here. This piece is so cool, man. I can't wait to get something in this.
Man, that's amazing. He's a great dude too.
It kind of starts here. You got to think about getting a pot, and then you think about, what plants you want to pick, whether it be, a juniper, you want a conifer or something like this.
What would you suggest for somebody who lives in the desert?
In the desert, you probably get into there's some amazing cactus bonsai. Dude, I've seen some really cool stuff with that. You really just have to kind of think about what your area, like the region of where you're at, and what plants work well for that climate. There's a lot of kind of variables to that, but it's MrMaple.com kind of has a system where you can see, what zone you're in the country, and then you can select that, and it will show you the plants that are hardy for your zone. But yeah, I mean, we have all that, all the different types of like the juniper there that Ginn was showing, and then this piece here, we have that at Mr. Maple as well. So
nice.
You could probably, like I said, around $60, you could probably start you out with a nice, beautiful bonsai.
And that would be the soil, the pot, whatever you want to put in it.
Yeah.
All like the whole thing is what he's talking
exactly.
about. Yeah. So, man, those are beautiful, dude. And go ahead, Ash, please.
Oh, I just said, aren't they? I mean, they're gorgeous. Everything he's showing is just amazing. And yeah, no, I'll look into the zones because I'm interested. And I just, it's very hot here, so I have to be careful with what I get.
It's such a calming, sort of meditative thing to just go out, make sure you put a little water on it. Just I don't know, just the care of something long term like that.
I mean, there's a lot of times where I'll spend, an hour or two down here just, looking at different branches and thinking about how the shape that I want it to be. And just trim a little off here, just kind of spin, and then go through each one of my bonsai, and I'll do that same thing. I'll just kind of spin it around, look at different angles, and prune off little branches here and there to just try to keep that shape I'm going for. So, yeah, it's definitely very therapeutic for sure. Eve, what's up?
Hi, Rule.
Since Rule's here, I guess we'll give Rule the pre-introduction to Eve, and then I'll take it from there, and then I'll pass it to Ashman, and he'll pass it to Chad, and maybe we'll take up most of Eve's time if we do it that way.
Yeah.
So, Rule Gardens, it's MrMaple.com.
MrMaple.com. That's right.
And can you tell us when people can catch you on? You have some amazing lives that you do. When can the folks see you on?
Yeah, I'm trying to get back more into routine on lives. It's usually in the evening time, probably around between 4 and 6 o'clock in the evening. That's Eastern time. So I've been kind of doing some cool stuff, just getting out, walking the garden, showing off different plants, different garden ideas and landscaping ideas, things like that.
Right on. Right on. So get up with Rule. Check him out on his live. He's an awesome guy. He's one of my favorite people, like just general human beings. He's just a wonderful person. The experience that I had of all the people that worked for him and the wonderful things they had to say about him, and they had no idea who my wife and I were. They had every opportunity to just answer our question of where he was and not comment on who he was. And they chose to affirm him being an awesome guy. So thank you, Rule, for being on here.
Hey,
everybody.
Rule, how
Yes.
much effort would it take to dig out an 8-foot blue spruce that I don't want to leave behind? Because I planted it when it was this big.
Yeah, that'd be a job right there, because you'd have to dig up a pretty good sized root ball to keep it healthy. You know what I mean? It'd be a big, heavy piece you'd have to try to move.
I'd need equipment.
Yes, exactly.
But I hear what you're saying when you get attached. Because I'm like, I don't want to leave my tree behind.
It definitely does. I mean, I think about sometimes selling some of my bonsai, and I'm like, man, which ones would I actually sell? I don't know. It's a really tough, proposition to think about, of like getting rid of some of my bonsai.
Well, you could take a cutting, right?
Yeah, absolutely. A lot of these plants can be grown from a cutting. You take like a rooting compound and put it in some good fertilized soil. And you can grow a lot of plants from rooted cuttings.
Absolutely. Rule.
All right, guys.
We appreciate you, brother. You're amazing. It's always a pleasure and an honor to get you to stop in and enlighten us. I would encourage folks out there to, grab you up a bonsai. Go to mrmaple.com or go to someplace local if that's, if you're able to do that. But go get you one. And we'll have Rule on periodically, and you can check back in. Probably drop a question or two in the chat if you had one or something like that. And when he's doing his lives, I know that he answers questions a lot. So you will have somebody that help you keep it alive. Don't be like me. The one that I got it's hanging on, but man, so feel terrible. Thank you, Rule. We appreciate you, brother.
I'll be down in the basement.
Later.
Get in the basement. Get out of the basement. Hey, Who Pickles. Hey, Who Pickles. Good to see you. Hey, Chuck. So I'm gonna go ahead and put Miss Eve in the big box, and I'm gonna keep us in little boxes. And here's what we're gonna do. Look, I've still got some notes from the last time we had Eve on. She's a teacher. She knows some shit about algebra. She now has a link tree. She's been painting with acrylic since she was 12. Because she thought that's what Bob Not So Ross used. So she was using, which is why she can make them look like oils, because she learned with acrylics. So she does a show called Double Trouble with her and Coach. She does another one with Quad Squad, which is her and MC and Coach and Laura. And then she does one as Triple Treat, which is Coach and MC. She has over 600 YouTube videos on how to paint, among other things. She is the creator, the mother of Dr. Lingus. She and she's been riding with Chad and I and Ash since the beginning. Eve and I knew each other before there was a Ginn Project Show. So we tease around with Eve a lot, but she knows we absolutely adore her and we appreciate her. She's a big part of what we do and how we do it. And we're going to go to Chad and then to Ash if they got anything to say before we start this damn circus.
Okay, so most of the time we talk mad shit, but this time I'm going to tell you guys, listen, Eve is awesome. And if you've ever even thought about wanting to learn how to paint, this is your homie. And now apparently she's wood burning. She's not only wood burning, but she is wood burning things to life. Literal to life. I could rattle on until Eve's time is up, and I will if Ginn wants me to.
Oh, please.
But
do.
I think someone else has something to say.
Oh no!
No,
I don't
for
want to
real,
take your
Eve,
time off.
Eve, big love to you. You're super talented, and obviously whatever you decide to do. Welcome back to the show. Now, that was me being nice, and I'll go back to talking shit after this.
Thanks, Chad. I don't know what to do with the nice talk. The talking shit
I
talk
know.
I'm good at.
I know.
Nice
Hey,
talk, I get all fidgety, like, no, thanks.
just shut up and take it, Eve. Just shut up. No, okay. No, y'all don't talk to Eve that way, or you get a knuckle sandwich.
All right, I'm
Ashley?
watching you squirm in your seat because everybody's talking nice about you, so I'm going to talk nice about you.
Okay, good.
When I met Eve, I was just a small child out on the streets,
Small chop.
struggling to live. No, I met her a little after I met you, Ginn, and I met Chad first. So then I met Eve, and she had a great sense of humor, and I went, I like this person a lot because kind of cutting sense of humor that I like. So, and then we just started hanging out lately a lot. And she got me into wood burning after doing this amazing piece for me.
Taking Dr.
I didn't know it was going to be mine, but it became mine. And I am in love with this piece. So
And it's now legendary.
he is going to go
Yes.
with me to Atlanta too, folks. So, and we're gonna have fun with him there. And
Oh, that's
he
going
is
to put a
happy.
shadow on everything else in Atlanta.
No.
Yeah, what are we going to Atlanta
you bring-
for
We'll
anyway?
be
This is-
low key about
This
it.
is huge.
Right? We'll
We're
just
going to
be
get to
quiet
meet
about
Dr.
it.
Lingus.
Yes. We're going to get to meet the good doctor.
Yes, you will. But it was the woman who created him. And if I could get this right, it's as bad as my puppetry. But how many good things can we say about you? You're amazing. You're talented. Anything you put your mind to, you could do. You got me into wood burning. And I don't know why I did that, but I did it because you made it look so cool. So you inspire people to want to do
Yes.
stuff, and you're a warm-hearted person, and that's why people gravitate to you. So, there.
And look at, I mean, Laura Tasher and MC and Coach are all in their own right incredible artists, incredible human beings, just wonderful people. And that says something. Like, that's who Eve has surrounded herself with over the years. And if anybody gets an opportunity to talk to any of those people, to Laura or to Coach or to MC, they're just a joy. MC might be one of the coolest guys on any platform anywhere, to be honest with you. MC, for y'all that don't know, that dude had a whole music career. Then he decided to start painting, and he's amazing at that. He has this really kind, gentle way.
My wife loves his voice.
Yes,
Sit there
and
and
he's
this you'll
got
go, is that
voice.
MC? And I'll go, yeah, that's MC.
Yes, yes, and he's got that, and he's so damn humble. He
He's
really,
humble.
truly, on an honest level, does not understand all the hubbub about him. He does, he just, and we all adore him. Like, he's just like, I don't get it. Y'all are weird, but that's who she surrounds herself with, or people like that. So, big credit to you, Eve. And here's the other thing. We alluded to this earlier, and I want to be very careful, Eve, because I know that you've been on the grind for years. And you work really hard at your craft. But we've all had a conversation, and you've been included in that conversation. Here recently, you have elevated your game. And we have a theory that there's multiple layers to this, but one of them has to do with a friend of ours, this whimsical little birdie that wanders around behind the scenes, and essentially helps people get their shit together, for lack of a better way. Like helps, like the ducks are all in the yard. But this person comes along and helps get them all lined up and going in the same direction. Is that a fair statement?
Now over there.
So I don't want to take away from the hard work that Eve has put in. But Eve, is there anybody out there that has been involved recently that might be at least somewhat of an influence into what is going on here?
Well, yes, our little birdie in particular, but it's everybody, really. It's not just one particular person. I mean, you're giving me accolades for hanging out with awesome people. They picked me to hang out with because, I mean, they're awesome people. I mean, Laura, Coach, McD, loyal friends, have been around forever. We have a good time together. We inspire each other. We support each other behind the scenes and on camera. And it's just... and the community here, I mean, you and Ash and Chad, and we bust around and stuff, but at the end of the day, we're like, all right, who's in my corner? Because we're gonna go. This person's going. This is going on. That's going on. All right, where do we got to be? What do we got to do? How can I help? And we all have that same attitude towards each other, and it's very important. I wouldn't be here on this app. We were talking the other day about why I came to the app and then what wound up happening, right? So I came here to get more exposure. I came here to teach some acrylic lessons. I came here to, further my audience. And now it's 4 years later, and I have amazing people in my life that are inspiring me, broadening my horizons, helping me get the business back in order. You know what I mean? Like, I could just keep going on ad infinitum about all the things that have procured from this community, and it's absolutely like it's just awesome. Like, without getting all verklempt, it's just awesome.
And you're in some of your shows with MC and Coach and Laura. Part of the fun thing about those shows is the interaction between y'all giving each other tips. And it's the way friends do it. It isn't some unsolicited, condescending shit. It's Coach describing, hey, this is how you can do this type of thing that I do. Or it's MC going, hey, if you try this right here, it might work, Or it's Eve going, yeah, well, the way I go about that is I push and spin, or I whatever, Or Laura just kind of gently, hey, this is what I try, or don't. And then she has that little cutting thing at the end there that she does sometimes. So the dynamic is a model for how to be good at what you do. Really, I think people should just watch MC and Coach and Laura and you and your approach, how y'all collectively work together, and how you incorporate that as individual artists. I think it's beautiful. It's inspiring to me anyway.
Well, I want to be the person that has some value to contribute, but in the same breath, I want to be the dumbest one in the room.
Oh yes, me too.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
Like,
I
so
already am.
we knew that. That's okay. We still talk to
I'm gonna make this real hard on you guys.
Me, Ash, and Chad are in a race for last.
But that's the thing. And I think that's the thing with the community, though, is that a community is people. There's take, but there's also give. You need both to have a community. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
you know, we've all been in this gambit for a minute. We've all seen the takers, and they take and take and take and take and take, but they don't last long because they're not giving anything in return. And, you know, I could have somebody, I've been painting with acrylics for too long. and, you know, I started my oil adventure because of Coach and McD and everybody. And there's things that, like, I'll still learn from somebody who's been painting a week. You know, because
Absolutely.
they have a perspective, or they are trying something new that I never even heard of, or they're, you know, like the wood burning, you guys mentioned the wood burning. Yam was wood burning. I had a wood burner. I was like, I want to try that, and she didn't. Relentless. Deborah
So
was
for y'all,
relentless.
for y'all that don't speak Eve, yam is severed art.
Yeah.
Just for those that don't speak evil.
I didn't know that one.
Yeah. She
No.
came into my live and she wanted to say, "How are you?" And it did a misspell of "How are yam," and that's been yam ever since. But she's amazing. So, but
Yeah, amazing.
She's amazing.
she would, like, every day she's like, "Did you take the wood burner out yet? Did you take the wood burner out yet? Did you take the wood?" Like, I'm like, all right, I got to set up a spot. I got to do this. I got to do that. But it was that support, and it wasn't to be a pain in the ass. It was because she had a feeling that I had the capability to be able to do amazing things with it.
She was
And-
right.
Yep.
She's right.
Absolutely right.
She's
So-
right. You created entities. They've
We got
had
a
hour and a half
whole
interviews.
night.
There's artists that's been doing this shit for years, and Dr. Lingus poofs into existence, and within 2 weeks he has an hour and a half interview.
And love it. But yeah, like Rule's saying, community, and you know what's really awesome is that we all work. A lot of us are multimedia, you know what I mean? We'll do oils, we do acrylics. Like for me, it's wood burning and like other. But Rule is part of our community. Mr. Rule brings the Zen, which is awesome. But you know, he works with plants. You know what I mean? Like, but I'm learning from him. You know, like, and that's
Absolutely.
the beauty of it all. And we have major illustrators, and we, like, Mondo was on the other night, and exactly, you know what I mean? And it's just you know, we have people like Kira, you know, we could mention her again, that has that business degree, and is like her first thing she said to me was, "You're getting in your own way." I knew that. But I needed somebody to tell me that.
Yeah.
You know what
a
I'm
business,
saying?
a business degree, and a giant heart.
Absolutely, 6,000%. I mean, and all the changes you've seen getting made is because of her suggestions, and then doing the work. Right? If you don't do the work, the suggestion isn't
Oh, yeah.
working.
Right.
So
I was just excited that you did a link tree a while back. Now you done all kinds of stuff, man. You just unleashed.
He got really excited about my link tree too, Eve.
yeah, that was
It's
I'm so
I
proud
did
of you.
Dad's
Came on
doing
a spaceship. Dude came on a spaceship and went and set up a link tree.
Dad's got the link tree. He's now Y-tubing it. You know, doing all.
I can't-
Right.
I can't Y tube it like you. Like, you're my hero. You got the Y tubes. Y'all, if you haven't been over on Eve's Y tubes, you haven't even been to the Y tubes. Like,
She's an OG Y-tuber for sure.
you want to talk
Yeah.
about inspiration? You want to get your Y tube inspiration for your channel? Go check hers out.
Yeah, I just started before you. That's all. You're gonna get there. I started over on Book of Faces 4 years before TikTok, so
Yep. Yeah.
you'll get there. And keep
Oh,
doing
yeah.
it. You're gonna get there.
You're still awesome.
Thank you, Jay
and,
Sean.
Like, oh my gosh. Yeah.
I should do a dragon. I've done dragons.
You just did a really cool one on wood burning. It was
Oh, the
really-
woodburning. Yeah,
really
I have
awesome.
that
I
to
love
show
that.
off when we get to show and
Yeah.
tell. But and
Hey,
and
Josh. I'm sorry,
and
go ahead.
Kira told me, there she is. A lot of the things, again with a firm hand and a soft heart, but a lot of the things I knew, but I was getting in my own way, and I was overthinking it, and I was confusing it, and I was making it into to have somebody as kind as Kira to be like, bullet point, bullet point, bullet point. All right, I can do that.
Yeah.
Yes.
First thing she said, chop your inventory. I'm like, I got a lot of
Oh.
inventory.
That's a big lift.
But it's cut in half now. You know what I mean? Like, and the next thing was get a logo. What do you see next to my name now when I pop up? It's not my picture, it's my logo, And what else? I'm going to share because some of you guys could totally use this information too. Like Yam Severed, she told me in my life today she's working on a logo
Yeah.
for herself.
Nice.
Yeah.
How amazing is
Yeah.
that? You know what I mean? Like, to be a part of everybody's growth and artistry and community, and it's just profound. It really is. And then the other bullet point was to streamline,
Josh.
make everything the same name. So if you go to my link tree, Facebook, Instagram, Y2s,
Thank you, Josh.
website, it's all Eve's Artistry. I have like 3 different names out there.
Sure did. Thank you, Josh.
So,
Yeah, you did.
streamlining, that was very important. And then the last thing was a website. Thank you. So, and we're now to that hurdle, right? Launched my website today, so I'm pretty excited.
Today?
That's awesome. Today is the day.
What's the name of
Yo.
Eve's Artistry.
it? There you go. There you go.
Dot
Simple.
evesartistry dot.
.com. www.eve'sartistry.com.
Look at that.
Boom. So, yeah, I'm very excited. So go look at it. So it gets numbers and Google actually, if you look up Eve's Artistry in Google, I'm the only thing that pops up except for one person, one other person.
Nice.
I thought that was pretty cool. I was like, oh look,
Yeah,
my
it's-
website's the second thing that's on that list.
Well,
So-
Eve, often on this show, we love to put people on a mission, and that's going to be everybody's mission. Everybody's going to go see evesartistry.com this evening. And we're going to help bump her up in every way that we can by doing
Yeah.
so.
I appreciate that and it's the first link in my link tree, so it's literally right there, guys.
It's right there.
There it is.
Look at that. Look at it. Just look at it. Just look at that. Ooh, look at it. Would you look at
Awesome.
that?
Yep,
Awesome.
there it is.
There
So,
you go, guys. You're getting things right now, Eve.
Yep, there's some inventory. There's paint party page where the video is actually linked to the website. So if you go to the paint party page on my website and you see a picture, you literally hit a button and it brings you right to the tutorial.
Sweet.
So the shopping cart, thank you guys. Shopping cart's all enabled, and there's gonna be more.
You've got
and more
gnomes.
Got what?
You've got gnomes.
I've got gnomes.
She's got no.
Aw,
Thanks,
Gnomes.
Kira.
She's got gnomes.
I got let's see, we did like 5 categories. I got fantasy. We have my sister wanted the gnome page, by the way.
Nice.
That's awesome.
And since she's helping me, I was like, all right, fine, you get your gnome page. She really,
Get
really
your
wanted
gnome
it.
page.
That's cool.
Oh, these are fantastic, Eve. These are great.
Thank you, thank you. Yeah, so I'm excited. I'm really excited because I had to step away from doing the fairs and the festivals. I got burnt out. They're a lot of work. And I stepped away about 2 years ago, and I've been trying to do the social media ever since. So this is it's a big, big thing. Get a
You're putting a
website.
lot of work.
Yes, that's the
Like-
thing, man.
Yeah.
Whew. I'm sorry, Chad. I'm sorry, buddy.
No, I was just gonna say, you put in a lot of work, and it's visible from the outside. It's very cool. Like, kudos to you.
I freaking love this woman. She's like, next
Yeah.
thing. It's
Did you
I
get
put
it?
it up on the computer and I looked at it and I was able to access my profile. So there will be a Patreon in the near future very soon.
Nice.
Ooh.
I was able to.
Patreon.
Yeah, because what happened
Pinkies
was
up, Ash.
You're
I was-
Pinkies up.
I was a Patreon person for another artist, so I was a supporter, and I created a Patreon to be as a creator. Well, the problem is that the app on my phone, I couldn't get to all the stuff that I created. It was just showing me the other pages, and it got very
Right.
frustrating. And then our little bird sent us an email and said, "Pull it up on your laptop, you dumb." No, but she didn't say that part. But
That was the silent part.
that was the added after the period, put it on your laptop. And I'm like, oh, maybe I should try my laptop. So laptop, Patreon's on the laptop. And so pretty soon that's going to be in play too. And what's it called? Eve's Artistry.
Eve's Artistry.
.com.
It's almost like you streamlined everything.
Yes,
I know.
exactly.
Weird.
And
I know.
Eve,
Imagine
So you've got a website, evesartistry.com. You got the Patreon coming. You've got the Book of Faces. You got the Insta. You got YouTube. You got TikTok. You're on multiple days during the week. I see you on with this guy a lot late at night. Sometimes you hang out with me a good bit. I'm sorry for that, Eve. I know that's your slumming time, but so the other thing that I've noticed, and maybe Ash and Chad can speak on this a little bit, because they're artists in the sense that, I mean, they have a better understanding of what you do. As far as I understand the basics, but Chad and Ash both have a deeper understanding of what you do. And to me, gentlemen, I see this evolution in the art also, not just in logos and streamlining. In the past, I don't know exactly, couple of months, few months, I don't know exactly the time frame, but it's been more recently. There's been, in my opinion, this evolution in the artwork itself. Could y'all
On
either one
fire.
or both speak on that?
you mean like that?
Man, you, first off, I couldn't teach, so bless your heart for that. That's awesome.
Possible.
That's not in my skill set whatsoever. But to expand on what he said, there's a whole brand new fire that I see in your eyes all the time, and it's good to see that. Like, you have evolved, and you have you're doing some cool stuff, by the way. And a lot of the things that you listed off that you had to do, I was given the same ones because I didn't have my shit together. I'll just say it. I did not. But there you go.
Yeah, running in circles, right? Well, the reason for the art coming out now is the whole purge of have to supply, the stacks. Well, those stacks were keeping me down because I'm like, why am I going to create another piece when I'm staring at all of this? So going through the collection and cutting it down and setting up pieces to be able to waffle later on and all these things is what actually I can create again. It like freed the air.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
Right
with
on.
that,
That's
I mean,
interesting. Wow.
you have like quadrillion, videos up teaching people how to paint. That's going to build quite an inventory. I mean, that's just
And I
Did
still,
that-
nature of it.
I still
I'm sorry.
have, like Kira said, to dispose of them or move them along. I still have them, but now they're compartmentalized in my brain and in my life as the displays for the paint parties. They're not my art per se. They are, but they're in another compartment. So I'm no longer looking at 10 crates of paintings I've created for teaching purposes sitting out there in my face going, hey, look at all this shit you got.
Right. Right. Well, does that change your thought process too, though, as far as like if you're freed up to do, like you said, clear the air? Are you literally thinking about arting differently, or are you thinking about the process differently? Like what I'm seeing come out on the canvas is different.
Yeah, because I'm not in I've been teaching how to paint on the Book of Faces since Rona, 4 years
Does
now.
that make you keep it kind of basic, like a teacher? Remembering teaching, sometimes you had to break it down to its lowest elements, which maybe didn't allow you to grow the way that you needed to. That other part of you as an artist, am I understanding? Like I heard Ash kind of talking about that. I've heard Chad. I've heard Kira mention that. Is that kind of part of it too, or am I just misunderstanding?
Well, yeah, it as much as, still making good art, still making things that are attractive to people, they have to remain teachable. I don't know how to teach that.
Right.
But I do know how to teach.
Right.
Hold on, give me 2 seconds. I do know how to teach this.
Yeah.
Right on.
Sure.
That's the difference right there, is being
Yeah.
able to not have to keep that instructional mindset and
Very
just
right
being
on.
able to art for the sake of
Yeah.
art.
And I think the thing is that, as artists, sometimes we plateau for a little bit, and then something lights under us, and we move up, and we can see that we've moved up, and you kind of level up as an artist, and you're like, wow, I'm doing that. And I totally get what you're saying, because when I'm doing my hour show and I'm trying to get out something really fast, I don't see that as like my art. I see that as I'm teaching people how to do something really fast, or showing them how to do it really fast, and hopefully they get something out of it. And I'm right there with you. I don't know how to teach anything like the other stuff. It's like no, and yeah, bless you for being a teacher, because I know how hard that is, and I couldn't do it.
It's something I absolutely enjoyed, and I enjoyed it so much that I fell into the realm of giving unsolicited advice. So don't worry, guys, I'll try not to do that anymore. But if I do, just ignore me. Yeah, Jen.
I've had the experience of you teaching. You patiently, I don't know how you did it, sat for 6+ hours on the Elliot piece that is hanging up there, right there.
Wow.
But like I did that just wanting to experience what my friends that are painters, so on some basic level, maybe have a basic understanding of what they go through. And it was a wonderful experience. But the way that you taught is, that's another thing about your stockpile. Like, you painted the subject matter that I mentioned to you that I was interested in learning. So you painted that yourself on your own. And then you came back the night that we did the lesson and you did it again with me, as I did mine. So one lesson, I don't know how many hours and hours you had in that. I know you had at least 6 plus the original ones. And it was just such a great experience, and it opened me up to a better understanding of your world, of Ash's world, of Chad's world, hopefully making me a little bit better at what I do, because now, even though I'm doing woodworking, I can consider like what these guys are going to have to worry about, so that informs what product I would send to them. So I find it and the part of me that taught for many years sees in you this compassionate approach to. You're a very knowledgeable person, but you never come across as condescending or looking down on someone. It's always kind and constructive.
Unless I'm
And
talking, then Ash can just.
well, Ash
I have
and
a way
Chad
of acting like, okay, all right, as you do.
Actually,
he uses
Actually,
actually.
thank you, Aunt Kira. That was very sweet of you. Thank you so much.
He was my daughter overheard you one night and said you were a born teacher, and just said, yes, that's it. Yes, Kira, I agree 100%. And there's something about, I've been around teachers that did it. I almost, by the end of it, I was convinced that some people were doing it because that's the only place they would hold any power. They weren't good teachers. They didn't care about their students. They just kind of like to be able to go somewhere and tell people what to do. Like, literally, I think that's the worst end of the spectrum. And then on the other end of the spectrum, you have people like Eve, who intuitively connect with the audience, intuitively connect with the person or people that she's trying to teach, and finds a way to describe things in a language that is welcoming to the ear, if that makes any sense at all.
Well, everybody learns different,
Uh-huh.
and you got to keep that in mind.
yeah.
I mean, I could verbally say instructions to Chad, and he'd get it, but then you'd be looking at me like Jen, I would have to actually physically show you and say, okay, take your hand, do this, take your hand, because you're a hands-on learner. You know what I mean? And some people are visual learners. I could say, hey, push and spin, and they'll be like, oh, that's, you know what I mean? Because you saw me do it. So there's 3 different ways
yell a
to
safe
learn.
word and
Yes.
ruin the whole party.
Yes. You're right. Absolutely right.
Did you see those credentials down there, Eve, in the chat? What Kira just said.
That's awesome, Kira. Thank you. But well, I was en route to be a teacher. I took all the tests. I got the degree. I did it all. I had a few classroom observations to do. I was substitute teaching, and I saw enough with the substitute teaching that I was kind of like, oh, I don't know if I really want this. And then Rona happened, and then things in my brain happened, and it just never happened. So now I teach how to paint, and I love it. So
You're a highly qualified teacher of how to paint, that's for sure.
Yeah.
So if you go to the website,
which is evesartistry.com.
We both
if you
did
go to
say
the
the
Paint
same
Party
one.
page, you can link the videos to YouTube right through there.
Right through there.
Not there. There.
Not there, there.
Not there, there. Not there, there.
And every other Friday on the Book of Faces, I'm showing a painting live. In fact, a lot of people from TikTok go over there. I mean, like, I see a lot of the supporters go over there into those lives now. So that's pretty amazing.
Right on.
Yeah.
I've never done a live on that platform.
Yep. It's about the same. If there's some like you can't play music,
Yeah.
that's the one thing that's kind of like it has to be
My
not
music's in my ears. Yeah, my music always in my ears, so it doesn't really matter too much. But
Yeah,
there's
audience
some,
wise.
yeah.
And it's more like less chat involvement. It's very quiet. Yes.
Yeah.
Here. So
It's more observing than interacting. I mean, there's a lot of interacting, but not like this.
yeah, exactly. But Chuck comes on over. He comes over and hangs out, learns some things. So,
Chuck support everybody. Chuck just be rolling around supporting folks. He
yeah.
don't tell him what that dude's doing.
yeah, he's always somewhere going, "Good job! This is awesome."
Yeah, he's a real pain in the ass, isn't he? I mean, he's always so damn positive. It's hard
Where
to.
do you come from? Go away, man.
Damn it, Chuck.
Flutterby is another one that comes over.
Oh.
She's in the chat. So there's a lot of really amazing people that have been supporting me here and the other places and everything else, and it's just so awesome. I can't ask for anything more, really. But you never know where you'd be at, Chuck. That's cool. So this Friday is
Friday.
I'll be teaching this one.
Ooh.
Right on.
So that's this Friday. But you see, Ginn, do you see that like this one I'll be teaching? That one I created.
Yeah,
Sure.
yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
So that kind of sums it up in one visual aspect. So, and first time ever, I'm going to have, yes, Kira, first time ever, I'm going to have my oil paintings up for sale too.
Wow.
Oil
Oh,
paintings
my
are gonna
goodness.
Yeah, they're going to get downloaded onto the website.
Over there. And where's that website again?
evesartistry.com.
Have you guys heard about my friend Eve's Artistry?
Doesn't
Yeah.
she have a website?
Dude,
I keep forgetting. It's really hard to remember. I want to say it's something like Eve's Artistry.
StevesArtistry.com. I got it.
StevesArtistry.org.
.org.
.org.
I'm leaving.
Yeah, do we need to? Kira just requested that Ashman come up with a jingle. Okay,
Come up
so
with a
maybe I
whole
put
jingle.
some words in her mouth, but you know.
Eve's Artistry is the place to
He's
be. Come along now. Set yourself free. Eve's Artistry is the place to be.
There you go.
There you go,
There's some groundwork. Help me out there. And paint with me. Come on, everybody, paint with me.
Yeah, Kira. So you mentioned my people I hang out with. So
Oh, those guys.
yeah, Coach and I do Floyd nights.
That's so awesome.
I love Floyd.
I mean, those are okay.
Yeah, they're not too shabby. Not
Those are
too
fantastic.
shabby.
You know I love
Oh,
those pieces.
I love it.
Yes.
I love it. Yes.
Yeah, and then
I'm
I
a
have
Floyd
this,
fan, so.
and I have this set.
So cool.
dun, dun.
Now, are those oils or are those acrylic?
That's acrylic. Thanks.
Gotcha.
Those are acrylic, and we also do Quad Squad, which is the first Saturday of every month. And for Quad Squad, it's always a theme. So coming in July, our theme, since it's going to be July. Nice, Kira. Since it's going to be July 5th, we're going to do the Independence Day movie that Will Smith was in, and
The old one?
Goldblum. Yeah, Jeff Goldblum was in. So that's the theme for.
He was on the show the other night, a
Yeah.
couple weeks ago. He was on this very
know.
show.
I know.
I know, it's crazy.
Rockstar.
And he did a Shaggy impression too. It was great.
He did. He even did a Donald Duck.
I know.
Pretty talented.
He sure did. It was awesome.
When are you doing this Independence Day one?
The first Saturday of July. July 5th, I think.
I love
and that's
that
going to
movie.
be with Laura, Coach, and MC, McD.
God, that MC guy's going to be there. Do you always invite him?
Yeah. He brings it up a level. Of course we
Oh,
do.
boy. Oh, jeez.
Absolutely.
Fine.
I would like to clear my species a little bit. The aliens in that movie. That's where Ash is from, not where I'm from.
You
I
guys-
like when he opens the spaceship and goes, "Welcome to Earth," and then blocks someone. It's like,
It
"Welcome to
hurt,
Earth."
but I took it.
Boom. That, and when he's dragging him and he's like, "What is that smell?" That part
That was
of the
Ashman's cousin.
Muskie.
That was Ashman's
Muskie.
cousin, Muskie.
is musky.
It's musky.
Yeah, he also is musky. Yes. Chad's Planet is much more human friendly. Ashman's Planet sees us more as like a food source. Chad's Planet has more of like a collaborative nature. Ash's Planet is more, they could be a food source, but we'll be friends with them until that's necessary.
Well, I know who I'm eating first.
But you know, I will say, Ash's Planet has a very, very good, a very good menu there. Their food is.
And
Thanks, Chad.
their two sunsets are awesome too. Their double sunset thing is cool.
You guys are out of control. So with Quad Squad, art like this happens. I finished my labyrinth.
That,
Hold it up higher, Eve, and then it won't be behind the chat. There you go. A little higher. There you go.
cool.
Oh, that's awesome. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it.
Actually, I'm hurting myself. Let me just switch it out here.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
Pluto
Hey.
love.
Who's that? Bluto? What's his name?
Pluto love Eve.
Yeah. So this, talk about lighting a fire. Kira's mentioning her pile of doom about paintings she needs to finish. This one was sitting unfinished. I think Quad Squad did the labyrinth as like maybe the 4th or 5th Quad Squad ever. That's how long it was sitting around for, waiting for me to finish it. So
That is so awesome. I
Nope.
love that one.
note to anybody out there: do not paint your favorite part of the painting first. Because once you paint that part, you're not going to want to paint the rest of it.
Uh-oh.
Pluto, wait. Long time.
Yes, he did. The only one I was interested in was that guy.
He's so cute.
He is.
Hello.
Hey, come in here.
If she'd have gone that way,
Meet the
she'd have
missus.
gone straight to the castle.
Yep. Exactly. Yes, right?
Senator.
Right, yeah.
Yes.
And then we did the last one we did was steampunk. So I did the what's this guy called?
Bubo from Clash of the
Bubo.
Titans.
Oh, it's so
He's
cool.
so nice, man. Look at the detail on that guy.
It's cute.
Fantastic.
That is amazing.
So these are acrylics.
And that is, in fact, what Kira Wilson looks like without her human suit.
I still haven't figured out which planet she's from. I don't think it's the same
I'll
one
never
you two
tell.
got. Yeah.
I'll never tell.
Thank you guys.
That is amazing.
So this is what comes out of Quad Squad. Not only my art, but the other 3 artists that paint with me, and we do some pretty amazing stuff. So love doing the show. It's first Saturday every month, and next theme is Independence Day. So come check it out.
Nice.
Well,
That's
and,
4 incredible artists doing the same thing, cutting up with each other and giving each other ideas, and sometimes ragging on each other, sometimes, loving on each other. You never know what might happen.
Right. And so Ginn, you said as part of my intro how I paint with acrylics like they're oils. Well, I showed you this. This is an oil. You guys saw that, right?
That is gorgeous.
This is an acrylic.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's awesome.
Thank you, Kira.
Wow.
That's
So
awesome.
I don't know what you're talking about. I don't paint with acrylics like they're oil paint. I don't do same coloring and everything else going on.
That's
No
so
idea.
beautiful.
Oh, is there any green in that particular painting?
Yes, there's every color known to man in this painting.
How long did it take you to mix that green?
Not as long as you.
Shots fired! Shots fired!
With a better teacher, I'd have been quicker.
Well, the thing is, I tuned
Better
tuned
teacher
into
would have
that.
realized you had a tube of green paint.
I tuned into that, walked away for a couple hours, came back, and it was still green. I'm like, okay. Alrighty then.
Right, Kira?
Right?
It shows a mastery to be able to move between the two and make. Yes,
Oh, yeah.
yes, it's got to. It has to. Hey, their music, another amazing artist
What up,
right
dude?
there. Their music. What up, man? Good to see you. Their music.
So to show you my oils, the oils happened because I redid my studio and I found all my oil supplies I had from eons ago. We're talking like 30 years ago. Guess what? The stuff still works.
Yeah. You had older tubes of paint than I did. I was surprised. I thought I had the oldest tubes of paint on.
No,
on
mine
the
are
platform.
definitely up there. So
That's right. I said it, Chad.
it started. It started with Coach. So Coach taught me how to do this.
Oh!
Nice.
Wow, Kira, that's awesome.
That's so gorgeous.
Exactly, Kira.
That's
Right?
beautiful.
That's very cool.
That makes me a little sad because my stepfather was a painter, one of the many art things that he did. And when we went through his stuff, one of the things that was chunked was a container full of oil paints. But I didn't know anything about them, and all I knew was that I didn't want to leave them laying around where some kid would get them or something and chew on them. So
Yeah.
I wish I would have kept those.
It was me. He was afraid I was going to chew on them.
I didn't know. I did not know.
Yeah, right,
So-
Kira. That backlit is smoking awesome.
Oh, dude, you're right.
God!
You're
Can we
right.
get a closer look at that one, please? Get out of here. Look at that sky, yo.
And that was all listening to Coach.
Yeah.
Right? We're right back to community again.
Uh-huh.
I see forest fire.
And we also have, this was us doing a double trouble. Not double trouble. Triple treat.
That's cool.
You still see
There's
my
green
small-
in that one.
There's green. There's lots of green. in this one.
A variety of green.
Yep.
A
So this
veritable
was
plethora.
Coach and McKee and myself. And then
Sorry,
Yes,
Eve.
Pepe.
Coach taught me how to do mountains.
Oh man, that's
Yeah.
cool. I love the
Damn.
colors in that.
What up, Lost?
Lost.
Hey, Lost.
What up, dude? Another amazing artist. Eve,
Yes.
the colors in these are vivid.
That one
that's
right
neat.
there. My God. I'm not
Aw,
kidding, Eve. I'm not
Aw.
just gassing you up. That is cool. Like that.
Oh, that's what Kira was just saying. She still sees my style, and I think after all this time, I'm finally figuring out what that is, and my colors just smack you upside the face.
It's
Whatever
gorgeous.
style that is, that's what I do. So, yep. And then this was my latest landscape.
I bet Rural Gardens likes that one.
You know, I think it's very important, Eve, that you are getting back and really just digging into your own self. Because even on like the teaching front, people see this kind of stuff that you're putting down and they want to be like that.
Oh yeah.
So, I mean, like, if they're just looking at, you know, the beginner stuff that you're trying to teach everybody, then when they see what you're putting down now, that's going to really, really make them want to jump in even more so.
A good point. And
What up, Big Tiny?
to go along with that, when I talked about the streamlining, so I had 2 books of faces, 2 IGs, you know, and it was one was for this stuff and one was for the teaching stuff. And now they're both on one platform under the Eve's Artistry. So that was the point, Chad, is because now they get to see where them beginning can take them along with the things I'm teaching. So, and if anybody can catch the name, it's Eve's Artistry.
Ah.
Well, I'm sorry. What was that? Let me turn this up. What was that again?
It's Eve's Artistry. But those are some oils that are going to be available because none of my oils were available yet. So they're going to be available. You got to keep checking the website because they're going to be available.
Right on.
Then the stuff that Ginn's been seeing, the acrylics,
Right, Chuck?
my level up stuff.
Say the jingle.
A lot of it is the palette knives, which Lost just came in here talking about, playing the jingle. Lost just came in here talking about community and inspiring, and he does palette knife paintings. Well, I haven't done a palette knife painting in a very, very long time. And I was like, oh, I remember doing those. I had a lot of fun doing those. And because of Lost, I have palette knife paintings now.
Oh, that's
I love
man. Yeah, that's so cool. And Lost stuff is just unbelievable, unbelievably good. That's great, Eve. Damn it.
Dang.
It's green, Ginn.
It's that. I mean, that's just beautiful. It really is. There's a lot there. I don't even have the technical terms for what you did. I don't know, but there's depth. There's the color. It's just.
Yes, exactly. Lost. Exactly, Chuck. And there's this one.
Wow.
And there's one in the Jenna Wright Art Gallery. If you want to go to the website, that's on my link tree too.
Whoop, get her link tree, y'all.
You can find it right here, and
Yeah,
you can go right to my link tree, and you can find Eve's stuff in there. You don't even have to leave the page.
Yeah, amazing. Right, so
Then I'm hanging out with Mama T, and she starts talking about fireflies. She starts talking about fireflies and glowing orbs and all sorts of stuff. So then we wind up with this. So when you ask me about the leveling up, Ginn, it's because of you guys. It's
God.
the support.
Look at the light source. Just making
Yes, that's
everything
what
pop.
Oh my God. Eve. Your light source, your and the backlighting that you're pulling off on this stuff is
Thank you.
wow.
See if I can bring it closer. There we go.
It's,
Yeah, you-
yeah, they got
Your light, your
Flutterby, that's
texture,
awesome.
everything.
Kim.
I know.
Kim done went and got her a palette knife too.
That's awesome, Flutterby. Kim actually went and got herself some oil paints too.
Nice.
Yep,
Right on.
yep.
I gotta
Right
stop
on.
being scared of oil. I gotta
Do it.
try it.
Do it.
eventually.
Do it.
Do it. Do it. Do
I
it.
guess I got a couple of people around that might help me figure it out.
Nah, I'm not a teacher. She is.
Right, Kira?
She is.
I know we talked about the full part thing, but that's the one thing I didn't listen to you about. Kira's looking at my teachables and saying, I think you do folk art very, very, very well. And I was like, nah, girl. I'm more this speed for me.
That's beautiful.
Ermagerd.
Yeah.
I like it a lot.
And then I hang out with this Ash fellow that's from Arizona. I don't know why
Is it
I do
sure?
that. Some sort of charity case, I
What
guess.
a drip.
I think so.
What a
Feels-
drip.
Don't
You know,
don't think I don't
Florida.
notice every time.
Woo!
So now we got Arizona.
Goodness.
That is so cool.
Mm.
Thank you,
Oh,
Kira.
not as
I'm
cool as that
grateful
cut.
for your presence.
Not as cold as that cut. Not as cold as that cut. Man, you're gonna need some stitches. You're gonna need some stitches, man. Damn, why you do my man
I was-
Ashman like that? You cut
Yes,
him
I
up
was
like that. We
here
need
when
him.
you started the show, and I heard what you had to say.
I knew you were here. These two didn't notice you come in. I was like,
He's like, I'm gonna shut
These
up
two.
and watch my boys really this
let them
He
burn.
said,
Let them burn.
These two. Let them burn.
watch this, guys. He's like, that's half the fun, is sitting back and watching you guys walk
Watching
right
your
into
work.
it.
That is so
Yes.
beautiful.
And Lost
Heard
being
that,
in
Hoof
here,
Pickles.
Lost purchased one of my finer pieces, and I did a series.
Yeah, you did.
So I have the other two.
Yeah, right. Lost. Right. Van Gogh Desert.
Van Gogh Desert. Yep, that's because of Ashman, the wonderful dude that he is. You feel better now, Ash?
Not really. I expected more. Tell me more about me.
Yes. Go ahead,
Tell
Ash.
me more
Get
about
him,
me,
Ash. Don't back down, buddy.
Oh.
Get him.
Oh my god.
Oh, that's
so
cool.
Ah, damn it. There's another cool one.
Yep. And I bet you could find a lot of them where?
On my website.
It's all good.
Well, you're gonna have to at least let people know where that is
Yes.
if you want them to go there.
evesartistry.com.
Oh, okay,
There we
okay. And for the ones in the back,
Yep. And
evesartistry.com.
and coming soon is
Nice.
There's going to be prints available of the one that Lost purchased and these two, and I'm going to sell it as a set. So
Oh, sweet.
Right on.
you got to keep going back to the website for all the cool shit that's going to be coming up.
That's right.
Exactly.
Including a Patreon.
Exactly.
And checking out the Patreon. Need that jingle, right, Kira?
Yes.
So that's where Eve's at as far as painting goes. That's what I've graduated to
Hey,
here.
You want to check out Eve's Artistry? Go to my link tree. Gotcha. That's
And
what you
then
do.
Severed being in the chat, she inspired me to do the wood burning. So got
You're so good at that.
Yes.
That's so awesome.
I like it a lot.
and then I think after this Dr. Lingus was born.
Yes.
Oh no, this one was
Nope.
before Dr. Lingus.
Yeah. Your tree disappeared somewhere.
Yeah. That was before Dr. Lingus. It's Chad, guys. If you didn't know what he looked like, that's Chad.
Hey,
There you go.
you weren't supposed to show
Very-
everybody.
I'm sorry.
Very, very good rendition of him.
That is a lot what I look like without.
That's what he
my
looks like
wings.
in the morning, especially.
And then we got somebody mentioned about doing a dragon.
Yes.
You know, you should do a dragon, Eve.
I should do a dragon.
You You should do a dragon. That's what it's
Everybody
under
knows
the
this was
beard.
the first skull
That's
she
weird,
did.
Kira.
This
That's
was the
what's under
very
the
first
beard.
skull she did. She didn't do any other skull before this one.
That's fast.
Oh, man. Well, I still have this tree.
Dr.
Even though I
Lingus
lost
was
the other one.
born.
The first tree fell behind stuff. And I didn't dig it out yet.
That's cool.
Do a 2 foot by 2 foot dragon.
Heck yeah. More dragon is better dragon.
My room is at 2 feet, but I don't even have 2 feet in here. So, yeah, this is
That's cool,
kind of
Tree.
this is definitely your inspo, yeah, definitely from this stuff that you do. That's what inspired this.
Oh, Sever does wood burning too?
She does.
Right? Hoof pickles? Yeah, I agree. Add the colors.
I do have a little bigger one, dragon.
I love that one.
That's dope, man. That
Really
is super
cool.
cool.
That's cool.
And this was inspired by S.A. because we have
Damn it.
wind, earth, fire, and water.
The damn SA artistry.
And what was that last one?
Water.
Water? Oh, she's got the water.
Water.
Water. No, it's water. Water.
Water.
I put the water in my coffee.
Oh, the water in the coffee. Woody.
So
We still have the peacocks. I do. I was going to show that next, Kira.
I was about to say. Okay, now before you show the peacocks, Eve,
Yes, sir.
there was this evolution that happened. You created Dr. Lingus, and then Dr. Lingus became an actual, like, Ashman gave him voice, and now he's an actual being. Like, he's a friend of ours that we hang out with. Did you also do things like that with your painting, or is this just a new thing you do with your wood burning? Is create whole universes?
No, Dr. Lingus is one of a kind. I don't have paintings that talk back to me. Not yet, anyway.
I have.
I mean, I am in the right colored room if that starts to happen. So the institutional green going on over here. So if my paintings actually start talking back to me, we're in the right spot. But no, Lingus is the only one that talks back.
And he's now wood burning. So you did that.
Yep. Yeah, Ash is wood burning. He's doing amazing stuff too. What are you on, like your fifth one? Sixth one?
Yeah, something like that. I don't know. But I rewatched her video on how she made it, like how she did Dr. Lingus. And I rewatched that several times and went, okay, that's a nice way to do it. So she taught me how to wood burn.
And it all started with Yam.
There you go.
Because I was watching
Community,
him
yeah.
how to wood burn.
Community, yeah.
Community.
You know who has a wood burner that hasn't used it yet, but she admitted it Saturday?
SA.
SA also has a wood burner. She hasn't even used it yet. Oh my goodness.
Yep.
Y'all
And
gonna be like, I don't know, y'all gonna have some kind of like wood burning show at some point. All of y'all in one spot just burning away. That'd be dope.
Kira Wilson.
Kira Wilson too. Oh my
Nice.
goodness. The whimsical
Nice.
little birdie. She is another one that's talented and gritty, so she ends up being good at a lot of stuff. I imagine when Kira starts burning stuff, it's going to be amazing too. No pressure, Kira.
I'm telling you. So I was doing the live today with McD, right? MC, and somebody came into the live that's a profound oil painter. He's just so good. And one of the things he said was, because I said, oh, you've been working on anything new lately, blah, 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 you know what you usually talk about. And he said, he said he's feeling uninspired lately. And I told him, I said, well, that happens. I said, but just hang out with all of us and you'll get re-inspired again, because that's what happened to me. And you couldn't get any more truth to that statement than what goes on around here. And it's absolutely phenomenal. Like, who would have thought a woodworker in his basement
Right?
would wind up getting artists to actually coordinate?
It's weird. It's weird.
It is
There's-
very strange.
There's one of
Love it.
Ashman's. There's my rendition of an Ashman piece
I
of art.
love what you did with the sneaky cat.
And Mama T,
So-
again, I showed off my Firefly one that you inspired, Mama T. And you got your burner 2 years ago, Kira, and you haven't touched it yet? Guess what you're going to have to do? Yeah, you got to get on Kira.
When you're good as Kira, though, I mean, like, how many things can you do? Like, really? I mean, her art. Have you seen her artwork? It's pretty
Don't listen
good.
to Jen. You have to get on the wood burner.
It's pretty good. It's pretty good.
This is the one Kira wanted me to show. My set.
Yes, that's what I'm scared of. I tried to delay the inevitable.
The judgy ones.
The judgy ones.
There you go, Kira. I'll definitely. Well, we got to bring Yam, because Yam helped me.
That is gorgeous.
Yeah, it is.
I've seen them
Right on,
before,
Kira.
but I'm
That'd be
still
cool.
very. I love them.
Yeah, it's incredible. That really is remarkable, Eve. I mean,
Yeah, my sister, I showed him to my sister, and she said, did you use a mirror or a projector or something like that? I was like, no.
That's what I was just gonna say. Some people don't understand how hard that is to
That's
make a mirror
crazy.
image without like tracing or something. She
Uh-huh.
just did it. It's
Yeah.
amazing.
And it was easier to do.
and
when
she
we
was
don't-
cracking up laughing the whole time she did it, too. That's what's a trip.
What
She
No,
was
it-
doing impersonations and hanging out with Dr. It's just crazy.
I don't do any of that. I don't know what he's talking about. Don't listen to him.
No.
Do not
Or-
come and hang out with me, Ash, and Jen at 1 a.m. Don't do
Very
it.
professional.
Yes, we're very
Very.
professional. It's such a yawn. You can't. Don't do it, guys. I'm telling you, we're all about the
Slow
pink
page.
Just
stuff.
thinking of it.
I put the handcuffs on them when they come on because we are disciplined and we are not gonna stray away from the mission. So
Straight. Just straight.
straight
Discipline.
So
straight
boring.
on a
Great.
45-degree glide pattern straight to earth.
So boring.
Goopy, what up, Goopster?
Aw, thanks, Lost. Anyway, I forgot what I was saying because I got distracted. But
You were mirrored them.
It's
You mirrored them
easier.
by hand.
but it's easier. Like if you have to do something and you have to redo it, don't look at the first one we did. Because
What?
I was having the hardest time until I just stopped looking at what I did over here. And then I was like, all right, just make the same thing close. So
Just do it.
it worked for me. It might work for you if you have to copy anything or mimic anything or redo something. Because I hyper focus on the one that's finished, and I'm like, I have to get this exactly like that one. I have to do it exactly, and then I can't because I just get frustrated. Yeah. Hey, Goop, what's up? And then the last wood burning I did, the last of the show and tell. You guys, thank you for hanging out through the show and tell. This was the last one.
That's so cool. The texture on that one's amazing.
Rawr.
And it looks like a tiger.
Yeah.
I was so worried. I was like, this thing doesn't look like a tiger. It's
That
a
was my
parrot.
best
It does.
Wizard of Oz tiger.
That's a wonderful
Tiger
gorilla.
wasn't in the Wizard of Oz, Jen.
There was a tiger. It was a lion.
lion.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. In my world, it could be a tiger too.
He does say lion, tigers, and bears. Oh my!
Oh my!
Not
my.
nearly large enough,
Oh
Kira.
my!
Oh my.
Very
Yeah, this
small.
is too small to be one of your cats.
Right, right.
It's too small.
That's
So
really
I've been
cool.
enjoying the wood burning thing too, and I would have never done it if I didn't know you guys. So there you go. Theme of the night, community.
Jeez.
Kumbaya, my Eve.
Go to Eve's Artistry.
So, do you gentlemen have any
.com.
.com?
Go to Eve's Artistry.
Where?
.com.
Where's that?
Oh man!
Everybody now go to Eve's
Eve's Artistry.
.com.
.com.
Yeah.
I'm not
that's
joining
nice. That's nice.
This is far too
That's
ridiculous
nice.
for me. I would never do
That's
anything
nice.
like that.
No.
That's what I'm
No.
here for. It's
No.
okay. You just got the candle up.
Oh boy!
Campfire and marshmallows, Spurs. That's right.
There you go.
That's right. Get
Got it,
Ashman to break
Spurs.
out his guitar. We're on to something.
You remember this, Eve. You remember this moment. I had you. Ash, he refused. He refused.
He's
What are
still
you doing?
getting over my comment before. It's alright.
I'm hurt.
You're
Bus,
hurt.
Ash.
Aw.
Ash, bus.
So sorry.
So hurt. Like I haven't.
Oh,
Thanks.
All hail the eve of instruction. I love it. Freak.
There you go.
I love it.
of
Freak.
instruction.
That's what I showed.
That's where it shot. Yeah, exactly. No kumbaya here.
Yeah, lots of ACDC. But, and if anybody's ever painting or doing anything and you have any questions, you could easily just reach out. I probably have a video on it.
Yeah.
Probably do. Probably do. Ash, Chad, y'all know Eve pretty well, and we could give the standard boilerplate stuff, but do y'all have any questions y'all like to ask this new evolution of Eve that has logos and streamlining and her name is on all the same things, and are you as disgusted by all of this as me?
How do you do the voodoo that you do so well?
I did that painting.
Nice.
With the support of this community. 6,000%.
That's beautiful.
Really is.
Except for me not doing kumbaya.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, that was a definite way to show how much of the community you
Yeah.
are.
Thank you
Yeah,
for
thanks
a
support.
lot.
Mm-hmm. Seriously. She's alright. She's alright.
It's okay.
She's okay.
Well, that
Dad,
was me. Come on, Chad.
Right. You know, says the man who won't, join in the song for Eve.
Can't make
Oh, he'll
me-
join in.
I had
Oh my
choir.
gosh.
I had choir flashbacks when you did that. I didn't like
He
that.
was like, I was breaking a flop sweat, dude. You got to stop this. Oh my god. I will say this, Eve. If you get much better, I'm going to have to raise the rent in my beard. Just gonna
Nice.
have to raise the rent on my beard. Oh
made me
no, I
choke.
might have unalived her. Hold on, guys. Here, hang on. Got you.
My goodness. Woo! Thank
You
you.
okay?
Jeez.
There we go. All right.
Drink a little drink.
Yes. That's what caused the trouble. Let me try this one. It's good.
So I was no.
Thank you,
Yeah.
guys.
I'm just super excited for you, Eve. For real. Like, on a whole lot of different fronts. You're doing awesome. And I'm just glad to be able to sit back and watch the fire.
Same.
She's burning it. She's burning it down for sure. For
That
sure.
dang Kira, I'm telling you, dang Yam and Severed and Mama T and you guys and just won't let me rest, man.
Hell no, we got stuff to do. Life is short.
I'm
Let's
going to
make
be
it
on
happen.
tonight, so
And look who walked
Snap,
in
snap.
the door.
Look at
he
this
ain't done
guy.
yet. He ain't done yet.
Look at this guy walking in the door.
So,
Oh no, it's the boss.
speaking of community, the
Mhm.
pilot of the mothership has arrived. I'm hoping that is a good sign because at the start of this show, there were deportation agents being deployed to Chad Rev Art's house and to Ashman's house in Arizona. And there were some pretty significant threats made against me and my dog. So I'm just
Yeah.
I hope
Right,
that
yeah.
we have answered all the questions that the Volta agency had about this particular individual. If you have any questions, Mr. Ezra, that you would like to ask Eve's Artistry, who you can find at evesartistry.com,
What is that? evesartistry.com.
I would highly recommend it. For anybody that doesn't know, we all do what we do because we are forced to, because Ezra made us all sign contracts.
Yes.
And once we signed those contracts, it was like one of those things out of the crossroads. We're bound to them now. So Ezra is responsible for that. He's why we're on all the time. If you're sick of us, it's Ezra's fault.
Yes. Please forward all messages and
Ashman
complaints.
especially has a beef with Ezra. I'm not sure what that's about, but maybe Ash can enlighten us.
Oh,
He
no,
knows.
Ash.
He knows what he
It's
did.
a deep-seated
Ash has a beef
something.
with everybody.
I know, right? Like,
Yeah.
I'm just an awful human being.
Manicura, now it's Ezra. Come on, Ash. You gotta let it go.
I try.
He's always
I try and let it go.
angry.
It just won't.
Hang out with Rule and get some Zen. Rule will give you Zen. Rule Garden.
I blame Lingus
Blame
too,
Lingus.
Ezra.
Yeah, that dude has been one of the worst roommates I've ever had. There's so much slathering going on. I can't sleep.
Oh,
You
God.
might be onto something.
I gotta
You
show
might be onto
Lingus's
something,
brother.
Ezra.
Oh, the village. Yes, show off Wingleton.
And now we are off the rails, folks. Have fun. Go for it.
Bob.
Bob!
Hello, Bob.
Hello, Bob.
Oh my gosh.
He is so
Is
awesome.
that a family reunion?
Uh-huh.
Oh, sorry.
The Linguses.
Hello.
Look at those two.
Rats.
Ooh,
The helicopter boys.
awesome.
Wonderful,
helicopter
miserable.
boys.
I love it.
Town crier. And Bob.
Oh, yes. Fantastic.
Exquisite anguish. I love it.
Oh.
That's what Ezra looks like when he hasn't eaten.
You got to feed him every 4 hours.
Every 4 hours, or he looks like
And if
that.
you don't,
Looks like Bob.
right there.
You have
That's what
no
happens.
idea how much I love
Victor.
what you've created. I could never explain it well enough.
Aw.
Fantastic.
Can I just say we have Victor in the chat. That's who, if you remember, all the way back at the beginning of the show when Rule was on and he had that
Shut off
pot.
his bowl.
Yes, that's Victor, y'all. He's in the chat right now.
What up, Victor?
You know,
Long live Lingus lineage freak. Yeah.
He's on point.
Nice.
so
Freak is always
Eve
on
is-
point.
Eve created Dr. Lingus,
The
who
woman.
Ash gave a voice to. And then she created Young Lingus, who we haven't even seen yet today. He's got scuba gear. And then she created Bob and the rest of the family. And it has taken on a life of its own. So to me, that's another like you guys that are well, all of these artists that are so creative, if you stoke that creativity, it almost leaks out in even other outlets.
Fantastic.
Oh, tell me she
he's
doesn't
so
have
cool.
fun. Tell me. So, Chad,
Those were the party days.
he's riding on flaps. He's riding on greased flaps.
Yes, he is.
And
he's slapping.
I don't know if you've ever noticed that, Chad. He's on greased flaps.
That is why we keep our flaps greased, y'all. Right there. Right there. That is why we keep them all greased up. Man.
So,
That's
this
all-
interaction between her and Ash resulted in this whole damn.
It was a big bang. It really was. It was a big bang because a whole new universe was
Yeah,
born.
so don't come hang out later at 1:00 Eastern. Don't do it.
It's no fun at all. It has a lot of me turning red and putting my head down.
And me hurting my ribs.
I'm telling you, you're never going to reach
Well, I
as hard
don't
as you
hurt my
try.
ribs, but you know, somebody hurts my ribs.
I don't know who.
Kermit. Oh, yes, Kermit.
A woman.
Yes, Flutterball.
Oh. Well,
Mama T's hanging out, Flutterbye's hanging out, Freak hangs out, Laura Jane hangs out.
Yes,
So come hang out. We have fun.
we do.
Laura Jane might be. Laura Jane and Spurs
Spurs hangs out.
pretty much keep it on the rails for us. Between Spurs
Oh, yeah.
and Laura Jane, and then, Chuck comes through and all the usual. Chip, 76. He doesn't get enough credit. He's another one of them. He's another one of them knuckleheads that comes through.
makes the world go round.
He heard you.
He heard you.
You summoned him. He is
Uh-huh.
not.
Chip was FYP in your ass.
Yeah.
Chiplet,
Right there it was,
that's
Chip.
our dude.
We be knowing. We be knowing.
That's our
It's
dude.
okay, I do it
Chiplet.
too.
There's
What's our
38 people in here. I expect to see 38 views on evesartistry.com. Just to let you know. And if I don't,
Yes.
I'm
There you go.
getting Dr. Lingus after all of you.
He's thorough.
And then we're gonna have Haley. We're gonna have Haley Beth put you in the basement.
There you go.
And we'll get Haley on you to put you in the basement. That's what we're going to do.
So cool. Here's the other way we can get around this. If the handful of y'all that have already been over there go over there again. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm
Well,
kidding.
keep revisiting because there's more stuff to come. So, got lots of exciting plans. I'm excited.
Chad, where was this we're talking about going?
evesartistry.com. I won't do it to you again, Ash. I won't do it again.
Only if you bring
evesartistry.com.
.com.
evesartistry.com.
Com.
evesartistry.com.
EvesArtistry.com.
With the candle. Evesartistry.
All right, you 10 people that are still in here, go.
We're gonna start rocking.
evesartistry.com. evesartistry.com. We're gonna be so confused, yes. evesartistry.com. Come on in from the FYP, guys. The water's warm. evesartistry.com.
What the cult is going on?
Oh.
Eve's Artistry.
Exactly. Exactly, Kira. Come on in from the FYP. We see you.
The water's fine. Come on in.
It's about P water.
So we got Eve's Artistry at evesartistry.com. We've got Eve's Artistry on the Book of Faces, on the Insta, on the YTubes. There's over 600 instructional videos over there. She is about to have a Patreon out. She is a dear friend of ours. We give her a lot of shit, but that's just because that's how we do each other.
That is right.
And it is an absolute joy to get to work with Eve. Anybody that gets a chance to take a lesson from her, I would highly, highly, highly recommend it. It's a lot of fun. You can catch her most nights. If you want to catch her with the more classy crowd that she hangs with, then MC,
Don't do it here.
MC
Chip is up for a lesson, guys. Chip is up for a lesson.
Oh,
right on, Chipster.
Not
Hell
Chip,
yeah,
Chuck.
dude.
My
You're
bad,
gonna
I
love
can't
it.
talk. Chuck is up for a lesson, not
Chuck,
Chip.
you're gonna love it too.
Chuck is. Chip, you didn't do what you're
Chip, you just got voluntold and signed up.
If you're
I've heard that before.
$6 a month subscriber for 6 months, you get a lesson with me, a one-on-one lesson. So
That's highly worth it.
Painted Elliot. Laura Beth has done 2 paintings. McD has done a painting with me. So that's how you get a lesson with me on the TikToks, or I do Zooms or private ones too if you want to go that route. But the most affordable way is to subscribe on the TikToks. $6 one.
And soon, Patreon.
There you go, Manny.
And you can get, you can order, if you wanted to start painting, you can order paintbrushes, palette knife, a little kit. It all comes in a package with instructions how to care, and it's all the different brushes you might need. And she even makes it smell nice. So
That's for you, Jen.
that was just for me.
That was just for you.
I appreciate
There
it.
goes Ash.
Everybody else gets the
Sniffer.
treatment.
Sniffer, Ash. Jesus.
Ash, man,
He's a
did
sniffer.
you say it smelled nice when you got it too?
No comment. I'm not a sniffer.
I'm not a sniffer.
Yes, Kira, I believe there is, if I hit the right buttons, but I will double check on that. Yeah, I think if there's a lesson on Patreon.
Nice.
Right on. So you can check her out. She has
Pickles.
Double Trouble with her and Coach. She has Quad Squad with her and Coach and MC and Laura. And you have Triple Treat with Coach and MC. Turn on your notifications. That's if you want to catch her when she's hanging out with people that make some damn sense. Otherwise, if you want to catch her late night, a lot of times she'll be hanging out with Ashman, me. Chad shows up every once in a while when when they let him off the mothership. And it's a lot of fun. I would highly encourage you to stop by, hang out with us a little bit. Generally, it's we don't open too many boxes. A lot of times, Steve, Black Country guitarist, will come by and play a set. That happens occasionally. Sometimes we have other friends of ours that stop through here and there. But there's always amazing folks in the chat. And we got folks like Laura and Spurs and Chuck and Freak and others who come hang out with us and kind of keep us out of trouble. So we hope you would join us for that. Ashman here has Ashman's Basic Art Show. That comes on every Wednesday night at 7 o'clock Eastern Time. And Ashman usually does about an hour solo where he's arting, and then he'll open up boxes, and sometimes we'll have knuckleheads like me or Chad or Eve or somebody like that in there. He also has a podcast called Genteel Poverty. It's very interesting. He does it with his wife. It's fantastic. It's on some heady topics, and I would highly encourage you. Every once in a while when we're doing a flow state late night, we'll listen to one of those podcasts. Highly recommend it. They're actually really fun to listen to. It's almost interactive, if that makes sense. And turn your notifications on for Ashman. We're on Monday night, Wednesday night on this particular platform. We're over on Big O on Friday nights. Ashman oftentimes does a live after this show on Tuesday nights at 1 a.m. and a lot of times I'll join him when he's willing to let me. and on Thursday nights, we also do something called the Low Orbit Lounge at 9 o'clock Eastern Time. That's over on Favorited. But late night, Thursday night, Ashman will oftentimes do a late night live, and I'll jump in there with him. He will jump in there with him. So be on the lookout for those. Our buddy down there, Chad Rev Art, the reason for the season, the dude that started this whole ball rolling all the way back in the day. He is a rogue vapor. You've got to actually have him on your notifications because you never know when he might be in a live. You can always catch him on the Ginn Project on Tuesday nights. You can usually catch him Thursday nights on the Lower Orbit Lounge. Outside of that is a mystery. Catch him if you can, but it's a lot of fun. If you catch him during one of his lives, he's usually carving on an amazing piece of art. And if he gets a minute, he'll stop and talk to you for just a second. And his chat is usually a who's who of amazing artists, just like Ashman's chat is usually a who's who of amazing artists. And I would highly encourage you to turn on your notifications for these guys. Give them your support. They go above and beyond. They're always behind the scenes, helping folks out, working together on things. So I tried to fit it all in there. I think we got most of it. Guys, what I missed?
Well, I just made it official Thursday night, Tuesday night, and Thursday night late nights are Ashman's Basic Art Show. So those late nights that we've been doing, I just made it official because I was like, might as well.
He put a ring on it.
Right on.
Yeah, put a ring on it.
I'm in. I'm 100% a fan of Ashman's Basic Art Show. I know Ezra doesn't care for it, but I think if we keep working on Ezra, we'll get him to come around.
Yeah.
I don't care what Ezra says. You know, it's a good show, Ash.
I know. I try.
It's anything but basic.
Thanks.
And for anybody that's curious, I'll do a really quick synopsis for you since we're all Volta. Every one of us in the boxes right now. And that is for a reason. I was Volta before the Ginn Project Show started because of Chad. Chad was Volta. He had very complimentary things to say about Ezra. So I said, well, we might as well ride together. And since then, Ezra has been nothing but a pleasure to work with. He basically is there when I get in trouble with the TikTok guardians, and he keeps the show on. He has also been behind the scenes for a year and a half, guiding us through the do's and don'ts and how to get the most out of platform and other platforms, and how to help build this community that we get to be a part of. So if there's anybody out there that is skeptical about agents, I understand 100%. I was too. There are a lot of them on this platform that are full of shit. But I can tell you this much. Our guy Ezra, when I call, he answers. And when we have a question or a need, he always is there for us. And I would also request, please show him some respect. Don't send him a request to come to your show just to come give you a bunch of gifts. That isn't his job. So I don't know. I'm just throwing that out there. He's always very kind and he's always very generous. But that shouldn't be your expectation, is that every time you do a live, people are going to come in and dump a bunch of credits on your thing.
And the other
Take your dusty ass elsewhere then.
Yeah, he's as hands off or as hands on as you want him to be too, which is really cool because he doesn't pressure, he doesn't do anything like that. He's just a nice dude that helps us out.
That family we were talking about before.
And it wouldn't be possible. The Ginn Project Show would not be on if Ezra didn't get me out of trouble occasionally. And by trouble, I mean, I get reported for hate speech a lot because I'm such a hateful guy.
This guy.
I know, right?
And sometimes it's
shirt on, Jen. You wouldn't have any problem.
Yeah, what the heck, buddy?
Keep your shirt on.
Wait a minute.
And I would like to point out how artful my man Chad Rev Art is. I merely made mention of taking a shirt off and got a ban. Now, I did include another website in that mention, which might have been part of the problem, admittedly, but it's not as fun that way. But Chad Rev Art immediately after that did an entire post without a shirt on. And it's still there. It's still there. So, without Ezra, we wouldn't be able to do this damn thing. And if you have
Right.
any doubts or any questions about how to navigate TikTok or any other social media platforms, we are also Volta on Favorited. We're also Volta on Bigo. And I'm happy to tell anybody willing to listen. We never go out of pocket and tell people who they should join or what they should do. But if you are looking for someone to help you navigate TikTok, he has been super helpful to us.
Yes.
Except for Eve. Eve can't stand him, but
He's terrible.
Oh, my.
yeah, freak. He's not. He's actually here from another planet as well, and that's all I can say about it. Otherwise, all of our lives might be at risk.
I could tell you, but then I'd have to unalive you.
But he is fond of Eve, so that's what keeps us in the game. He likes Eve. So,
Right. Ezra knows what's
gentlemen,
up.
what you got? What I miss?
Not a thing.
I don't think
McD wanted me to mention McDoubles. So Tuesday night is MCTC and myself at 7 p.m. And we're done before TGB starts. So
That's
you guys
Easter.
can hang out. And Monday nights is the Triple Treats at 8 p.m. Eastern. And the first Saturday of the month are the Quad Squads. So that was it.
And if you're not following them, follow them. And if you're not following Aaron Hammond, who just entered the chat,
Hey, Aaron.
follow him. If
Hey,
you're not
Aaron.
following Jeff, follow Jeff. Also an amazing guy. Eve, is there anything we needed to get to that we did not get to? Or is there any information that we gave out that might have been incorrect or erroneous that you would like to clear up before we actually go? We did make a lot of accusations and cast a lot of aspersions. Now's your chance to defend yourself.
We're good.
We're good. We're good.
Done.
We're good.
Done.
Everybody, in just a couple hours,
Everything's
Ashman
fine.
will be fine.
Uh-oh.
Fine.
Fine.
Oh, no.
I will see you later.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, ma'am, you will. Ashman will be firing up a live later. That usually happens about 1 o'clock Eastern time. Sometimes he gets free and does that a little bit early. I always try to join. Sometimes I don't. It all depends. Sometimes Tuesdays are a long day for me, so I do my best. But anyway, appreciate everybody for being here. Thank all of you in the chat so much. Y'all are absolutely wonderful. And thank you for supporting our friend. Thank you, Laura Jane. Thank you, Spurs. Thank you,
Nice.
Chipster. Thank you, Freak Morbidity. We appreciate you. Thank you, Eve and Chad and Ashman and Haley Beth and Chuck. There are many others out there that make this happen for us. Thank you to Ezra. We love you, brother. We give you a rash of shit,
Yes,
but
we
we
do.
absolutely adore you, Ezra. We appreciate you, man. And look, y'all. Ashman is working on some really cool stuff. Chad Rev Art is working on some really cool stuff. There's going to be some things coming out that y'all haven't seen yet, that you haven't heard of yet.
Mhm.
And please go check
yeah.
out Eve's website. Anybody,
What was it
Eve,
again, Jen? What was it?
it was evesartistry.com. And
Right.
Eve, you
Oh,
let me
okay.
know. You let me know if this week people pick up something from that website, and we'll send them out a little Ginn Project, little something, little care
swag?
package,
A little swag?
swag. We'll throw a little swag in there. So all you gotta do is just let me know, hey, so and so ordered it. You should be able to get their address from the order and all of that. With their permission, I'll send them something. So go over to evesartistry.com. Where's that at, Chad?
evesartistry.com. Evesartistry. Everybody sing.
Artistry. Uncle
evesartistry.com. These are
So- I
Goodness,
just
Bunch
want to
of
see how long we
weirdos.
can do this. I want to see how long.
bunch of weirdos.
Ah.
Oh man, you guys are awesome. Thank you.
Thank you,
everyone.
sis. Appreciate you. Thank you, Free.
You're
Thank
awesome.
you, Hoof Pickles, Mama T, Kira, Severed, Victor, Ezra, Goopy Goop. Good to see you, Aaron. Thank you, brother. Appreciate you coming through.
You forgot something. You will be able to see all of us together in real life very soon.
August
Just
23rd,
there we go. You have
Saturday.
an opportunity to catch us all in the same place in real life.
August 23rd, S.A. Artistry has a show going down in Marietta, Georgia at 1470 Roswell Road. And that is from 4 to 6 p.m. The show will actually be open through the September the 18th. But we will all be there that Saturday, August 23rd from 4 to 6 p.m. You'll be able to meet Eve's Artistry in person, Chad Rev Art in person, Ashman in person. My dumb ass will even be there in person. And there's going to be some other folks, I believe, there too. And S.A. Artistry is an amazing artist and one hell of a great human being. If you're in the area and want to come hang out and say hi, please do so. We're going to have a kissing booth there. Eve's going to be manning that booth. So if anybody would like to come get a kiss from Eve,
I got something for you to say.
Or kiss my ass.
show up in Marietta, Georgia.
Line up. Line up.
Venue name.
Thank you so much, everybody. Y'all are a wonderful community of folks that
Venue
support
name
each
again?
other.
What was the venue name again, Jen, for SA?
SA's venue name is the Heart, Soul, and Art Gallery. That is the Heart, Soul, and Art Gallery. That is in Marietta, Georgia, whose zip code is 30062. And just to make sure you got the right place, the address is 1470 Roswell Road. Eve, Ashman have already got their plane tickets and their hotel rooms established. My wife and I are going to be making arrangements as soon as we figure out what Chad Rev Art's going to be doing. And then, and then hopefully you'll be able to see us all there.
Yeah.
Anything? Did we get it?
I think that was it.
I think
I
we
think
got
Oh,
it.
Kira's
we got
watching
it.
the
Kira!
flights too.
Oh man, if Kira shows up there, it's all bets are off. That'd be
Do
absolutely
it.
insane. That would be
Yes.
crazy.
It.
Yes.
The Heart and Soul Art Gallery in Marietta, Georgia would have the biggest culmination of talent in decades. If all
Be
these people
there
show
or
up. Yes, my
Do it.
goodness. Mama T, right on, right on, right on, right on. So y'all keep loving on each other, keep supporting each other, try to ignore the negativity and highlight the positivity. And check out Chad Rev Art, Ashman, and Eve.com every chance you get. We love y'all. Ashman will be back here in a couple hours. I'm going to try to join him. Eve will probably be there too.
There's your
Everybody
fair
that
warning.
came through, Jay Shines, for the interview, thank y'all so much. It was very kind of you. I was truly moved by y'all. I appreciate it. It was very kind of y'all. Thank you so much. Y'all have a wonderful night. And Spurs, you have a wonderful day.
That's
Bye,
right.
everybody.